when going through life, you make mistakes. And a lot of those, when making those mistakes, you learn from them. Unless you're like me and make a ton of mistakes and don't learn from your mistakes, and then you keep making those mistakes until you are actually like, oh, yeah, I probably shouldn't do that again. Well, yeah, that's those are usually the tougher ones to learn. Anyways, hi, hello, welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I go by 𝐘𝐨𝐮𝐞 on this YouTube channel, or 𝐕𝐲𝐾𝐨. Hopefully, if you guys join my Discord server, the Gaming Center Discord, you guys will get to know me on Discord by 𝐕Queen. That link will be down in the description below if you want to join. So I originally was hoping that my first ever YouTube video would be of me playing a video game, kind of similar like to this, but you see, I have been following this YouTube drama that's been going on for a little while, and when I saw this response video to a defense video, I had to jump in. I had to jump in and give my 2 cents on the entire fucking drama that's been going on, because it is a dumpster fire, just saying. So if you guys are not fully aware of the 𝐶𝐞𝐵 03 drama, I cannot really give a better description other than that this person was accused of being a groomer, and there was documentation of their behavior and evidence, everything on a Google Doc. I do not have access to that Google Doc, unfortunately, because I don't know if it was on Twitter or something. Hopefully somebody could send me those, and maybe I'll go over them at a later date in a video myself. I only really know of the entire drama because of some YouTubers I watch, which I will link their videos about the entire 𝐶𝐞𝐵 03 drama down in the description below, as well with my Discord server. I am going to be reacting to this response video of a defense video that this YouTuber had made for 𝐶𝐞𝐵 03, which really flopped on their end, and now they are reaping what they have sown. Make sure to check out in the description below for all of the 𝐶𝐞𝐵 03 coverage of the entire drama. This defense video is from a person called Just a Robot. I know some things about them from a YouTube video, and well, I've already got a perception of them, but I digress. I want to give my 2 cents on their response video anyways, so with that being said, let's just kind of dive right in.
Hey everyone, it's been a while. In fact, it's been a couple of months. These last few months have been very chaotic, to say the least, and I know a lot of you have many questions. You're curious about my side of the story. Don't worry, I brought receipts. I know most people won't care for what I have to say. The tea has gone cold and they've moved on to talking about people like Mutahar and Nuxtaku. But at least you're here watching this unmonetized video of mine, so you don't have to even worry about giving me money by viewing this video. Or maybe you're just viewing this through someone else's live stream who's looking to farm a few more clicks off of me. I'm not gonna sugarcoat things. I fucked up. I really dropped the ball on this situation. I can't even say that I was manipulated or enabled to get involved with the cine drama, because both my roommate and my girlfriend and even my neighbor told me that what I was doing was stupid and reckless. Even I knew that defending someone from the art CC with allegations this serious would more than likely go bad for me. I, along with everybody who was close to me, expected me to get some backlash, but not this much backlash. They're not even telling me they told me so, because they didn't even expect it to get this bad. But before I get into what's going on and all the allegations against me, I would like to apologize to a few people. I would like to apologize to my girlfriend, my roommate, and my neighbor for not listening to them. You guys know me best.
I have to stop the video for this moment. You've gotten opinions from other people to, I don't know, not post your video. Why would you post it anyways? I don't understand. Make it make sense to me. If somebody's telling you, hey, don't post this, maybe you shouldn't. I'm just pointing it out. Logical thinking says don't post a video if multiple people are telling you not to post a video. I digress. I rest my case.
and you were looking out for my best interest. I should have listened to you guys, and now I'm facing the consequences for my actions. I would like to apologize to my editor Lorenzo for any backlash he might have faced from editing my video. Even you were worried about things going wrong after I released the video, and I'm sorry for making you edit it in the first place. I hope the extra money I gave you can make up for my mistake. I would like to apologize to Eno for how my video affected her. You were so young, and no one should go through that at your age. Along with anyone who might have been made uncomfortable by things I've said in my video. And I'm also sorry to my fans for disappointing them. What I did was incredibly stupid, and I understand if you unsubscribed from me. I'm not upset with everybody who has made a video on me, because I can understand where a lot of them are coming from. Granted, there are a few people who have said some crazy things about me.
Like, I knew how this guy was. I warned you how he was. I told you what position you were in, and I was very conscious and scared on your behalf because of what position you're in. Jar could have you, and that's probably what he was trying to, like, that was probably his dream, his end goal.
That's a wild hot take. Okay, continue.
I'm going over a lot more than just the Cine stuff in this video, because just about every bad or questionable thing I have done is out there now. If you're only here for one specific allegation and you don't care to watch this entire video, don't worry, I will be providing timestamps for specific allegations. The biggest problem with my video draft about Cine by far is how soft I went on her. I regret that even more now due to the fact that new information has been released about Cine. I don't like being lied to, especially by people who wanted my help, but I fell for what she told me, being the gullible fool that I am. I didn't believe that Cine is a pedo, and I still don't believe she's a pedo. I don't believe she had a desire to get with the minor, or exchange nudes with the minor. I never said what Cine did was okay. I said it was wildly inappropriate and an optics nightmare. Usually I would expect that if someone was grooming, that the groomer would intend to get with them.
I'm sorry, I'm having to, like, process what he had just said. I gotta go back. Holy shit.
Me being the gullible fool that I am. I didn't believe that Cine is a pedo, and I still don't believe she's a pedo. I don't believe she had a desire to get with the
Okay, so I have to pause that. I don't think it really even matters if she was trying to be a pedo or if she was a groomer or if anything else. From what I know is that the things that she did was not okay. Like, it doesn't matter, okay? A minor was hurt. A minor was subjected to pornography, which that's what it was, that they didn't need to see. People can make arguments all they want. A minor was hurt at the end of the day. And to sit here and say, I'm not going to say that they were a pedophile or they were trying to get nudes from this minor or this or that. You don't understand at all. Like, at the end of the day, it's a minor. And at the end of the day, and continuous end of the day, you just don't do that in general to a minor. I digress. Let's continue before I end off with a short temper.
Minor, or exchange nudes with the minor. I never said what Cine did was okay. I said it was wildly inappropriate and an optics nightmare. Usually I would expect that if someone was grooming, that the groomer would intend to get with them. At least this was my thought process at the time, based off of all the other grooming cases I have seen. I didn't believe she did what she did out of malicious intent or to hurt anyone. I really believe that she was just incredibly socially along with the fact that I really wanted to believe that she wasn't as guilty as everyone was painting her out to be. Along with the fact that she was encouraged to draw suggestive artwork when she was 14. That's why I took pity on her, because I thought what she did was out of stupidity and not malice. I truly believed that I was onto something comparing this to the Pyro drama, because Pyro did learn of Ivory's age when they turned 16, not when they were 15, and he said, and I quote here, shouldn't have continued the first.
Okay, so I know a little bit about the Pyrocynical drama. To put it in short, when it came to the Pyrocynical stuff, there were things that were leaked out from his Discord DMs, but the problem is these Discord messages were not in full display as much as they were of CineBear03, so Pyrocynical was able to at least hide a little bit from that, but do I think that he made a mistake? I don't really know the YouTuber, so I can't really give a very depicted opinion about him. So, I don't know. In any other case, I mean, if you want to make the Power Cynical drama case and try and go for that, then my thing is that the only reason why Cindy Bear can't really make a defense of herself is because there's so much evidence that suggests otherwise. When it comes to Power Cynical, there's just too much of like, not, I don't want to say hearsay. There's so much that we just don't know. Let's put it like that. But anyways, let's continue on.
Furry stuff with him, along with the fact that Pyro got a 15-year-old who he knew was 15 to draw a thicker, lewder, sexier version of his avatar. I thought to myself, well, if people are okay with Pyro doing this, then why aren't they okay with Cindy's actions? I think we all know that if the Pyro drama started with Pyro immediately uploading a video saying, "Guys, I admit to it, I groomed a minor, and I knew what I was doing was wrong," that drama would have gone completely differently, and I believe that Cindy was gaslit into doing that by her roommate who goes by it pronouns. When I saw Kumo coming to the same conclusions about Cindy that
Why does he sound so offended? I'm sorry. Anyways, continuing on.
Along with witnessing him beating a few people in debates about it, I thought he might have been onto something, so I decided that I should help her as well. I now realize that not all the chat logs were released between Ivory and Pyro in the same way they were for Cindy. Also, I believe Cindy released the full logs herself, but
No, they weren't. Hot take, they weren't. The entire Discord logs, I believe, were already sent out by the alleged victim of the grooming and was put into a Google Doc. That is just, I don't know. Only 5 minutes in and I've already got a headache. Anyways, let's go on.
I wasn't aware of that when I was working on my video. At least I don't think I was. On top of that, Cindy is a repeat offender to a very disturbing degree. It would be like Pyro getting accused of everything he did, with the 𝐂𝐵𝐾𝐳 allegations on top of that, along with a bunch of other things. My main understanding of morality is that hypocrisy is the most objectable sin. I also understand that nothing can get you cancelled harder than a child grooming allegation that a lot of people believe. I saw how people flip-flopped on the Pyro drama, so I thought they were about to do the same with this situation. The first draft of my Cindy video was originally made to bash her. That being said, I still went softer on her than most people did, and I was planning to add more to my video draft as the drama went on. I really should have focused on being more professional and objective with the sensitive information around Cindy. Instead, I took her at her word, and I gave her way more charitability than she deserved. As you can hear at the end of the full call I had with Cindy, I said that I would be making a new draft in defense of Cindy before I talked to Jack. But yeah, I'm going to be changing my video a lot, and I'm also going to have to reach out to Jack because, you know, for all I know, you're...
Uh-oh! Have fun with that, oh my god.
Yeah, I'm going to get the video ready because knowing Jack, they're probably going to panic and try to control the narrative. Like, I thought I was being fair by doing that because I only talked to Cindy after I had a draft ready to upload on her, but now I can see that was an incredibly stupid move. I was planning for Saturday to be a day where I would @ Jack on Twitter, along with a day to look over a whole bunch of videos about Cindy to make sure that my information was correct. Unfortunately, the last draft that I was still in the middle of adding stuff to was leaked by Kumo, and I panicked uploaded what I had.
Panic uploaded. This keeps getting better and better. Why would you ever panic upload? I don't know. Somebody help me. Help me understand. It doesn't make sense. Yep, just get me out of here. I'm in hell.
As you can see from this screenshot, which is of my Cindy video, I uploaded it unlisted on October 10th, which was a Tuesday, and the actual Cindy video was planned to go live on Sunday, but then Kumo leaked this version of the video, so I foolishly decided to upload this version because the other one still wasn't finished. I don't do YouTube full time, I have a job. I have Saturdays and Sundays off, that's why I was trying to do extra research on Saturday. He got it through Romantic Goblin, as I was in the middle of asking people to look over it to see if there was any mistakes I needed to correct. I asked people like Miss Anthropony, Akumu, not to be confused with Kumo, and others if they could look over my video. I was even debating on whether I should have Chud look it over because he knew about the Cine situation. My roommate was also on a business trip and coming home on Saturday. I was planning to look over both docs with him very carefully. I have the worst case of dyslexia in the world, so it's very hard for me to do that myself. Yeah, my dyslexia often leads me to focus more on what I can hear rather than what I can read. Now I want to make this clear. When I have people look over—
Hold on. I'm having my own malfunctioning. What? I may need to go back 10 seconds to understand what I just heard.
I was planning to look over both docs with him very carefully. I have the worst case of dyslexia in the world, so it's very hard for me to do that myself. Yeah, my dyslexia often leads me to focus more on what I can hear rather than what I can read. Now I want to make this clear. When I have people look over certain drafts of videos—
I'm sorry, he did not just say that. He did not just say, I'm sorry, I hate excuses. I hate excuses to a full degree. When you make a video with an intent, then you make a video with intent. I don't think gamers make a video without the intent of entertaining their audience. It just doesn't sound professional. I don't understand. Why would you upload a video like this? Why would you upload this at all? This hurts my brain.
Made, I'm not just going to blindly agree with whatever opinion they have. If they disagree with something in my video, I have a discussion with them about it. That being said, 9 out of 10 times it comes down to just me rewording a certain point. I can't even begin to tell you all the different opinions people gave me on how I should go about making my response to all the allegations. This is why I was considering having Chud look over the video, because I considered him to be an objective person. Granted, I went back and forth on whether I wanted him to look over it privately or on a live stream. I was also encouraged to have Chud look over my video by people like Romantic Goblin and Cine.
You could correct me if I'm wrong, Kuma, but didn't you say the same thing on the Chud Logic stream, something she also watched but was happy with the conclusion of?
Yeah, no, I said the exact same thing on a stream that you had no issues with.
I agreed to do this even though I didn't know that much about Chud. I just knew he did a video on me a really long time ago, and out of any video I've ever seen on me, I thought it was the best one ever made. Ironically, he was covering my video on cancel culture.
Never know for what or when you'll be cancelled. Maybe you were live streaming and you suddenly screamed out the N-word. Maybe you lied about a drama which caused people to dig into your past about other dramas you have talked about. Maybe you're completely innocent and the allegations against you are false, but too many people are against you and they won't listen. Or maybe you don't have the evidence to prove your innocence. I know cancellation will come for me one day. It comes for everyone. It's not a question of if it will happen to me, it's when. Will it happen in 2025, 2022, or maybe this year? We won't know for sure until it happens.
Yeah, that video aged like a fine wine. I may not fully understand myself as a person, but I do understand that I say off-the-cuff stuff all the time, and that I'm autistic. Me getting cancelled was never a question of if it would happen, but when. I was never foolish enough to believe that I would be the only autistic man on the internet to never get cancelled. If my roommate came home on time, he definitely would have told me, hey, this draft sucks, and you need to change a lot of—
More like this entire fucking response sucks. Oh, Lord.
things about it. This is why I didn't ask my roommate to help me debate anyone. He loves debating and he's really good at it, but he only had superficial context as to what was going on, so it wouldn't have been right for me to ask him for help. Me asking him to jump into a random stream and help me debate a topic he didn't know that much about would have more than likely made things worse for me. On top of that, with a little bit of the situation I did explain to him, he told me it was a bad idea to get involved. Yes, I absolutely regret not listening to him, and I'm so sorry for it. Some people said I should have flagged or copyrighted.
I'm still trying to understand. If your neighbor, your roommate, your girlfriend said that it was not a good video to upload, then why would you upload in the first place if 3 fucking people told you not to? I'm just saying, common sense, people, my fucking god.
Strike down Kumo's video, but I'm gonna be honest here. Once a video is out there, it's kind of out there. And I've seen what happens to other YouTubers when they try to strike down a video. Long story.
Okay, John Swan, 𝐿imations, and I don't know the other 2 people over yonder. I don't. I don't know that Alienation ever struck down anyone. I don't know. If there was a time that she did, then I don't know. I am completely unaware of John Swan. I am not sure. I do know of that situation, but otherwise I don't know. I don't know anything. Let's continue.
Story short, it doesn't end well for them. Kumo uploading my video ruined a lot of things for me. It kept me from reaching out to Jack and doing further research on the topic. Even if I didn't upload my unfinished draft, I still would have received a ton of backlash. Just not as much backlash as I'm receiving now. Because of my lack of research on the situation, I did not understand how bad 𝐶iNNY really was, until I had a call with Himpleton. Yes, I understand he's getting cancelled right now, which made my drama blow up even more, but he still explained the situation to me and helped me understand where I went wrong. So for
That's what I don't understand. Like, why?
For that, I have to thank him. Apparently, he told Enno that it wasn't a big deal that she had a fetish at 11, and she also
What
got
in the
Enno,
world?
who was 14 at the time, to read out the comic. And that makes the whole situation way more disturbing than I originally was led to believe. When I was 14, I did an unpaid internship for a ranger station, and one time this guy came by and we were cleaning up the canyon together, and he showed me a whole bunch of porno magazines he found while cleaning up. He was an adult, I was 14, but I didn't feel disturbed by the situation.
I don't think you quite understand, my guy. It doesn't matter how you feel about the situation. It's against the law either way. And Biner does not have the comprehension to understand what is going on around them. It's kind of the typical saying of like, you don't drink underage because your brain is still developing. Your brain only has a limit of developing at that age. I don't think you quite understand this, sir. There's a reason why this affects the brain. Like, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. A teenage brain does not have the capacity to fucking understand what adults understand.
However, he did not get me to read out the porno magazines or anything like that. When Himpleton explained this to me, that was the moment everything hit me. Oh my god, I can't believe what I have done, and I'm so sorry for it. I should have done better research. Now granted, I am not happy with Himpleton leaking our call without asking me for permission first, and I'm also not happy with him saying he was pulling an op on me. However, he still did help me out a lot, so I have to thank him for that. Just to give you an example of the extra research I could have done on 𝐶iNNY, this doc was released on the same day Kumo uploaded my video onto his channel. Unlike the other two docs, it's short and straight to the point. If I saw this, I would have held off on
It was short and to the point. Does it really matter? Does it really matter? Okay, so you've gotten more evidence to support this, the amounting evidence that was released, like, before this one. What kind of logic is this? This response keeps getting worse and worse.
uploading my video to do extra research, but because of what Kumo did, I panicked and uploaded what I had. When I uploaded the 𝐶iNNY video to my channel, all I could think about was how unprepared I was for this situation. I came across as very arrogant in that video due to past success of going against the mainstream commentary community opinion and coming out on top. Granted, often when I upload a video on YouTube, I get anxiety. I think to myself, oh no, this is the video that's going to get me cancelled. Hopefully it will go over well. That's why I try to hype myself up, because often when you come across as confident in a video, it makes people more willing to hear you out. Granted, it's a double-edged sword because it can make you come across as an arrogant douchebag as well. As for the way I interviewed 𝐶iNNY, I have no excuses for myself. I was completely unprofessional with how I handled that interview. The interview was very cringe and my questions were leading. I was thinking about redoing it, but I thought that would be dishonest. Also, I leaked out the full version of the interview, not
Okay, so I think I know this part of what he's talking about. Well, insinuation. I think? Maybe? No, I don't think so. Anyways, let's continue.
𝐶iNNY. Lyle Convoy asked me for it, and I sent it to him after thinking things over for a few days. I could have said I didn't have it anymore, but I wanted to be honest. At the end of the day, I shouldn't have even entertained the idea of making that video in defense of 𝐶iNi. It was reckless, it was stupid, and I deserve to be dunked on for it. The only part of the video that aged well is what I said about Jack. From the very beginning, I knew there was something that wasn't adding up about this drama, and it was Jack. They're getting bashed for stuff hard right now, but I know for a fact they're not going to leave the internet. They're way too addicted to it. My entire 𝐶iNi video wasn't terrible, but enough takes were so bad that I shouldn't have uploaded it. You might think that this video is
Okay, that was way too fucking long. Oh, Jesus, alright. Like, what? 𝐶iNi situation. Okay, that didn't... This doesn't make sense. This video's already dragging out. And my God. Get me out of here.
over now. After all, my 𝐶iNi video is the main problem people have, right? Well, surprisingly, no. In fact, I would actually go as far as to say that it's only 1/10 of the reason as to why I'm getting cancelled right now. Because 𝐶iNi thought it would be a good idea to leak our DMs, even though I was sticking my neck out to help her. Now, I've been called a simp for defending someone before. I've been called a simp for Peaches, Antunes, Mari, and many others. But because the DMs between me and 𝐶iNi were leaked, the simping allegations actually have some evidence for once. However, the allegations of me simping for 𝐶iNi are false. I can understand why someone would believe I was simping, especially if they didn't know me as a person. I'm gonna be real.
Okay, so I do know this of what he is talking about. So a lot of things of his DMs with 𝐶iNi was leaked out, and to say the least, it did not make him look good. I don't know, man. From what I know and from what I've gathered, the things that you've said to 𝐶iNi don't sound that great at all.
Here, me saying wanna see my cock.
What the fuck? Like, that is so off hinge. Why would you ever fucking say that? You wanna see my cock, sends a fucking rooster. That's just weird. That's weird.
Picture of a chicken, or me commenting nice pussy when someone shows me their cat are common jokes.
Oh God. Imagine if I've sent my 2 cats into my Discord server and somebody said that. That would be an automatic ban, no questions asked. I do not care. When you're talking about a cat, you're talking about a cat, an animal. You do not talk about that in general. What in the world? That is disgusting. Why would you ever say that? Like, just no. No.
Jokes I've made multiple times with multiple different people. I can't believe I used the same cock joke on the same person twice. The only compliment I gave her was calling her Mamacita. Here's the audio clip.
Alright, Mamacita, I'll hit you up when I get home.
As
I feel offended.
And I'm only half Hispanic. I just want to let you know. that I feel offended. My ears feel assaulted, actually. Like, why would you ever fucking say that? Why? Continuing on.
As you can clearly see, I was making a race joke, not actually trying to hit on her. When I do hit on women, I don't put on a voice like that. I can't believe people thought this was my attempt to sound sexy. I talk to both men and women like this, it's just how I joke around. For example, here are a few audio clips I've sent to Akumu, not to be confused with Kumo.
Me and you, man, we're gonna make some magic together.
Akumu, trust me, our team up on YouTube is gonna result in yaoi being drawn of us. It's
cringing so hard. Why did my ear subject to this? I don't fucking know, but that's gross.
Let's be real here. If I said this to 𝐶iNi or any woman, I would never hear the end of it. I'm gonna be honest here. I think telling someone we're gonna make some magic together and that people will draw ship art of us is a lot more sexual than saying wanna see my cock and sending an image of a chicken. I also have ship art of me and another YouTuber. It's manga.
I don't... Okay, now that's fucking weird. I stopped at a fucking weird place. But, just to note, what the fuck? I don't think you quite fucking understand, like, why that sounds so off-putting to some people. It sounds off-putting to me, even if it's a fucking joke. Imagine if you go up to a coworker and you're like, you want to see my cock, and I'm sure somebody's gonna take it the wrong fucking way. Like, it doesn't matter if you're just showing a chicken photo. It's the out of pocket, like, sounding intent of it. Just saying. Just noting. Anyways, continuing on.
Common, who is a guy. It's Rule 63 versions of our avatars kissing in underwear.
Now, the whole world pretty much knows what I jerk off to.
I have no desire, nor romantic interest in getting together with manga Common. If I had art like this commissioned of me and 𝐶iNi, oh my god, I would never be able to get out of this. I also said this to her in our interview, which was the first time I ever had a call with her. Like, here's the thing, I'm way more sexist than I'm racist.
At least you're admitting to it.
What do you know? You're a woman. I'm gonna be honest here, being sexist towards women, even if it's done in a joking way, is not a good way to get them to fall for you. As more and more DMs between me and other women got leaked, people started believing that I didn't simp for 𝐶iNi, but I was simping for every woman I've ever talked to. I heard some people saying, oh, maybe he just talks to every woman like this. The truth is, I talk to every person like this, both men and women. It's just how I joke around. Here's some friendly advice. Telling a woman, want to see my cock, and sending a picture of a chicken is not a good way to pick up chicks. If I truly believed it was a good way to pick up chicks, then I would have pursued every woman I sent this to romantically. But aside from one, I don't think I've pursued any of these women. Yeah, I did send this to my girlfriend as a joke, but we talked for several months before we actually got together. I didn't send it to her as a pickup line, I legitimately just thought it was funny. One of my thumbnail artists even sent out this voice clip.
What a cute little pussy.
What the hell? He did not just fucking say that. Gross ass fuck. That is so fucking random to put in a fucking response video. Why would... None of these are going good. I think this is just gonna be the laugh of 2025. I'm just putting it out there. Just an opinion. What do I know?
I think it's pretty clear from my tone of voice that I'm making a joke. I'm not actually drunk. But here's the context as to why I sent that voice clip. Cat the cat spelled with a K instead of a C. Next time you leak something out, make sure to edit your reaction. Saying lamau implies you thought it was funny, not creepy. Some people have accused me of sending the chicken image to get out of sending my dick when someone says no to me. Then why is it that out of all the examples I have found, is there no one saying no to me? Pretty much every single questionable DM of mine has been leaked.
Maybe because you probably didn't wait for a fucking response. Just putting it out there. Also, hi, this is now ASMR. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm insulting people's ears. I'm so sorry.
So there should be at least one image of my joystick. I'm not going to send a picture of my dick over the internet. Plus, I wouldn't want to...
Why do I not believe that? Why do I not believe that? But then again, I'm not even gonna fucking say it. Let's just continue with this fucking video. I'm already fucking done with this fucking response.
Any of you males to feel inadequate. I'm also not gonna lie, people trying to hunt down an actual picture of my cock is a little bit creepy. But of course, the big...
Well, here's the thing, no one wants to fucking see your cock, okay? The things that I've been subjected to see when I was in fucking high school is traumatizing. Just a heads up, sending stuff like that to women is not a fucking good idea. Just pointing it out. Continuing on.
One is me falling asleep on calls with her. I'm going to be honest, out of everything, this was the main thing that I didn't want to get leaked out. I have incredibly bad sleep insomnia. I have blackout curtains, and I often use different methods to help me sleep, such as melatonin, NyQuil, and more. I even have earplugs and use a fan as background sound. Talking to someone as I fall asleep, waiting for the pills to kick in, is one of the easiest ways to help me fall asleep. I could only call 𝐶iNi near the end of the day, when she and I were both off of work. It's not like I fell asleep while the call was still going or anything like that. Professor Dreadlock has talked to me as I fell asleep numerous times. Unfortunately, he was on a business trip. Last time he went on a trip, I did this with someone else, and that person did not come to the conclusion that it was a romantic or a sexual thing. Because of my autism, I'm very blunt with the request I make. Falling asleep on call with someone was literally...
Okay, I take offense to what he's saying right there. Well, then again, I guess autism in itself, I guess that's kind of different for every person. I've got a whole thing about this that he just irks me right now. I'm so done with this fucking response. I might end up ending this video so soon. Help me.
Help me! Done to help me sleep. I was taking Adderall to finish up the Cine video, so that is one of the reasons why I had such a hard time passing out. I used to do what many people have referred to as sleepy time calls on Skype all the time. The only problem is Skype deletes your messages after 3 years, so I don't have the proof for that. Luckily, one of my old friends has agreed to give his testimony. Hey man, so we've been friends for like several years, right?
Yeah, so since like we were like 6 or 7.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And we moved in together. How many years or months would you say we lived together?
That would have been like 2016-ish, like maybe about like half a year or so.
And you told me that I was borderline asexual a handful of times, right?
You might have had a thing for Gonzalo.
Our 470-pound roommate?
He was that heavy?
Yeah, but you did say I was borderline asexual a handful of times, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Why does this sound leading? Like, if I'm going to interview somebody, I'm going to ask blunt questions, and I'm going to, like, wait for a response. Why are you leading the conversation? You were caught doing this with Cinny Bear, and now you're doing this to a supposed old roommate? I don't know what you fucking said. I kind of blinked out after a while.
What do you think about the way I talk to both men and women?
I mean, you just don't have a filter in general. That's sort of like, you just talk to people just sort of like wild stuff.
Yeah, I got warnings from both you and many other people that this would bite me in the ass one day, but I never thought it would be this bad.
Yeah, this is like the hardest you've ever been canceled.
Yeah, but the biggest issue people seem to have with me is not the inappropriate way I talk.
Okay, let me I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna be fair with this one. People sometimes don't have a filter, but there is a certain degree where you just want to have a filter. I have to have a filter at work. I don't like people. Just pointing it out. Just pointing it out that even though I don't like people, I have to have a filter. I have to look like I'm alive, and I can't look like I'm dead inside. But either way, I still act like I'm dead inside. And you know what? My customers understand. They understand to a level of degree that I just don't care anymore. But I don't know. I don't know why you just don't have a filter at all when it comes to life. You kind of need it in order to survive. Just pointing it out. Anyways, I don't know why I'm even doing this anymore. Let's just continue on.
And that's why I had to come to you. Out of anyone, I think you know about my sleep patterns better than anyone else.
Yeah, like, it'll pace back and forth sometimes, just thinking these times, like, now and then.
Was there ever a time I talked to you as I fell asleep?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah, it would help me fall asleep too now and then. It's just, it's good and relaxing, you know, like ASMR. Just hearing a person's voice is it's a good thing, you know?
Yeah, did you ever think it was a romantic or sexual thing when I talked to you or...
Okay, I'm gonna pause. So, when it comes to sleeping and call with somebody, I always think that's an affectionate type of thing. I'm saying it, I'm just pointing it out. I used to do that with an ex, and we would sleep in calls. That's what I kind of thought, but I could also be wrong. Just saying. Let's just continue.
Any of our roommates as I fell asleep?
I mean, no. I mean, that would be kind of weird if it was.
Yeah, I get that, especially when you consider the fact that we were all guys and I'm not gay.
I mean, maybe 1 or 2 times with, like, Gonzo, but...
Shut the fuck up! I almost did this as well with another person involved in this situation, and that is Romantic Goblin. I will admit, this is a weird and abnormal thing I do, but I don't do it in a romantic or sexual way. Even Cindy herself admitted she thought it was just me being autistic.
You know, like, how could he get caught in a cheating scandal or dumped by his girlfriend if nobody will believe it ever happened? And now you're acting uncertain that that was the case.
I didn't think it was at the time. At the time, I thought he was just being, like, weird. I didn't think it was, like, an actual pass. Like, I was assuming that he was, like...
You're smarter than you're letting on.
Because I just thought it was strange to say, because it's just not something you say.
Because you thought it was a flirt.
Not really, it's just...
Well, then why would it be strange?
I mean... I don't know, it's just not a thing I hear people say very often.
So what else could it have been?
Just him being autistic? I don't fucking know.
Did you actually stay on the phone with him while he went to sleep?
I thought I was being a friend. I thought he was trying to be a friend of me.
Granted, she later changed her stance to the popular opinion, saying things like how she felt so violated by me. But I have to ask, where am I simping or cheating? I don't see this as simp behavior. I'm not constantly giving her compliments and money. At first people said this was cheating, then they later walked it back to emotional cheating. Where's the emotion in saying...
I could see how it would be emotional cheating. An emotional affair. How do I say it? I wouldn't fall asleep with a friend on call. Why? Because it's weird. I've only done like sleep calls with boyfriends that I've had, and it's just a baseline of an opinion. Maybe some people just do sleep in calls just because, but to say that you're sleeping in a call for no apparent reason, no affection towards it whatsoever at all, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Let's continue.
I want to see my cock followed up by a picture of a chicken. If there was some more evidence, like me constantly giving her compliments or confiding in her emotionally, then I think this would be an open and shut case. But the thing is, no one has any evidence like that. Kumo knew what was going on. Why didn't he ask Cindy to ask me how I truly felt about her, or something along those lines? That would have been undeniable proof, and I would have no way of getting out of it. Yes, I do find Cindy's avatar attractive, but 99% of the time...
Huh? Hold on. Wait. Hold on. I need a sip of my Dr. Pepper. What? Huh? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Why? What? It doesn't make sense. Like, are you... okay, I can't say much when it comes to a fictional character. Like I have fictional crushes. I mean, I watch anime, right? You like Apothecary Diaries, Jinshi. Like I like that guy. I like him. But I mean, avatars, really? I can't judge. I can't. Can I really? Maybe, but can I just shut up about this? Yes, I can.
But people's avatars look a lot more attractive than they do in real life. Even my robot avatar looks more attractive than me. I didn't know what Cindy looked like in real life at the...
So does that mean my VTuber avatar is more attractive than I am? I feel offended!
Time. I'm not going to hit on a woman that I haven't even seen before. Hopeless Peaches had an incredibly attractive avatar, but in real life she looked like an Albinoric from Elden Ring. Not the hot ones that ride on wolves, the ones that look like frogs. I never asked for a picture of what Cindy looked like in real life, and I never did a video call with her.
That was so unhinged. God damn, one way to tell a chick that she's not attractive. Continuing on.
Her. I don't want people to believe that I was simping or cheating, but even if I can't convince any of you, there's at least one person who believes that I wasn't simping or cheating, and that's my girlfriend. And honestly, I think I should care more about her opinion.
Huh? In my opinion, if I was dating him, I'd feel offended. Like, come and tell me that a fucking avatar's more attractive than I am. Like, fuck me, damn.
Than the opinions of random people on the internet. Don't get me wrong, with everybody yelling at me and all the videos made on me, I started questioning my reality, asking myself if I really did cheat on my girlfriend. I was starting to buy into the negative hype surrounding me. I started believing that I cheated on my girlfriend. But after looking over things more clearly and talking with my girlfriend, I realized I didn't cheat on her, and I would never cheat on her. She's the most wonderful person I've ever been with. It's very odd that the main narrative around 𝐶iNNY was that she was a groomer but not a pedo. But now
But, okay, I guess in an opinion, in a matter of fact opinion, I guess, really that's just, if that's her take, then that's her take. But I mean, I just find that strange. Like, I mean, you've gotta have a low self-esteem in order to stay with somebody that's, like, saying an avatar is more attractive. I'm just pointing it out. Like, I mean, if I had a partner, I'd be more invested into them rather than, you know, yes, of course, I'm gonna have anime crushes or I'm gonna have YouTube crushes, but that doesn't mean that I'd leave my partner or say anything that would ever offend my partner. Like, I don't know. I'm so done with this fucking response. And we're only 41 minutes in. I'm gonna like die here in a minute.
all of a sudden people are saying I rizzed up a pedo, or that I cheated on my girlfriend with a pedo. Seriously, who do you guys think I am, Monkey Jones? I didn't have any sexy roleplays with 𝐶iNNY, or any roleplays for that matter. I never requested her to draw me any lewd art.
Did you guys goon together at all?
No, what the fuck?
He didn't make it like in your phone calls with him. You guys didn't do anything freaky.
No, he mostly just talked about fucking like Star Wars and shit. And I mostly just talked about my cat, like.
Now, I did admit that I wanted 𝐶iNNY as an ally, but I didn't elaborate on what I meant by that. I've been working with Akumu, not to be confused with Kumo, who was slandered by the @CC. I was also slandered by the @CC, and I thought 𝐶iNNY was as well. I worked with Peaches, who was slandered by the @CC, and we did a lot of good together, but Peaches only went after people who talked about them. I knew I couldn't stop people from getting slandered by the @CC by myself. I needed help. But stopping commentators from slandering people, even if it's a niche group of commentators, is an absolute pipe dream, and I'm giving up on it. I didn't help people like Hopeless Peaches, Antunes, Mari, or Princess Elizabeth 013 with the expectations that they would return my kindness one day. Granted, I always hoped that they would join me and help me help out other people who were slandered, but it almost never happened. Putting my channel and reputation at risk to help another YouTuber rarely gets me views or any form of benefit. Often it means I will have to deal with their haters from now on, or they'll come after me for not helping them out enough. I'm not the best judge of character, and I think it's time I stop trying to be a little internet hero. I now understand more than ever before why other people don't do this. I want to make this clear, whenever I defend anyone, I'm not saying they're a perfect little angel who didn't do anything wrong. Not every allegation about 𝐶iNNY was true, but enough of them were. But I know you guys aren't just here.
Is he trying to say, okay, look, listen, the only one that has to make a defense video or any response video or anything like that is the person that's being accused and having these allegations against them. Like, there are options to get away from drama. You could say nothing, and you could let the media whirlwind do its work and find somebody else to talk about, and then when the dust has settled, then start making videos again, having the allegations been dusted over. That's one way to, like, steer clear from the drama, that, in my opinion. But another thing to do is just be truthful and be sympathetic about what you've done. But, I mean, it depends on the severity of what you have done in specific. But, no one should have to make a defense video on anyone. Nobody does. And why you would is beyond me. Like, I mean, if you want to make a defense video of them, then make it of a response to their defense on themselves. Don't go out of your way to defend them when you don't exactly even have any of the fucking evidence. This is the entire fucking situation, the whole, what's it called, peaches and cream about this is that he didn't even look over the documents in the first place when he made his defense video for 𝐶iNi. He didn't, and then next thing you know, what happens? Oh look, he gets bashed for it. One-minded brain cell people, I don't understand.
Here for this stuff about 𝐶iNi. You're also here regarding the allegations involving the image of Jaden Animations lifting up her shirt. First of all, yeah, I always had a thing for Jaden Animations' avatar. I've never kept that fact hidden. I even asked her out on a date at the end of my first 𝐷𝐵𝐵𝐴 video, and then she immediately uploaded a video saying that she was asexual. Jesus, I've never been rejected that hard. But of course, the more important part about all of this is the age of the person who drew this picture for me. A document was made roughly a week after I got involved in the 𝐶iNi drama. Basically, a person who I will be referring to as K was in one of my Discord servers. According to their document, they were in a VC with me, and I made a request for my avatar to be 𝑠ing Jaden Animations. Then everybody yelled at me that there was a minor in the call, and I lowered the request to just Jaden Animations lifting up her shirt. And K, who was 17 at the time, was the one who drew it for me. The most damning claim in this document doesn't have any evidence to support it. To my knowledge, the call wasn't recorded, and I don't think I or most people would remember what they said in a specific VC over 4 years ago. I don't know what I said, but I don't think I said that. I'm pretty sure this was just put in the document to make me sound as much like 𝐶iNi as possible. My best guess is I was making a video about Jaden Animations porn, and I wanted something to be used in a thumbnail, and Kay offered to do it for me so she could get the art role. Let's be honest here, this picture of Jaden looks like it would be more at home in a thumbnail than in someone's wank bank. After they made the art for me, several months later, they told me that they were 17 at the time they made it. When I saw this message, I didn't know how to respond. It was just before Christmas, so I got ready for the holidays and forgot all about her message. So as you can see, they told me their age after they made the art. According to their document, they didn't want to come out about this sooner because I was a big, scary, and intimidating YouTuber. But the thing is...
Oh, okay, hold on. Now I remember seeing this document. So, somebody from his server, claiming to be a minor at the time, had made a art of Jaden upon his request. The synopsis of it all really is that it's kind of stupid, really, in a sense, because this person made an allegation that was mostly of text form rather than just showing of evidence of what was done. Look, I mean, don't get me wrong, 𝗏𝗏𝗏 is a complete degenerate, and how he's even on here, I don't know. But it doesn't make sense. He doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. The issue that I have with this response in general is that it's a whole lot of nothing. It's a whole lot of nothing. If you want to take accountability for the lackluster defense video that you made, then make it about that. Don't be switching off topics because of this. If you want to make off-topic videos about specific things that were alleged against you, then make it like a 3-parter thing or whatever the case. But don't put things that just do not make sense. This response with receipts, it could have been so much better if you just fucking took accountability of, hey, I didn't look at the docs, or hey, I didn't do this, or hey, this A, B, C, and D. And I'm sure it would have gone over a little bit better than probably what's going on now, but it's an opinion. It's an opinion, and nobody listens to my opinions. What am I saying? I'm just talking to myself, and I don't even know 𝗏𝗏𝗏. Anyways, continuing on, we're getting over this.
I was getting cancelled about 4 years ago during the Prismate Luke and Toby drama, and that was only a few months after they made this art for me, so that would have been the perfect time to release this. The people I was dealing with back then were cartoonishly uncharitable. She really missed out on a big opportunity. You can also see from our DMs, which Kay showed from the bottom up for some reason, she was always the one starting the conversation with me and not the other way around. Literally, the last quote-unquote conversation we had was the same year the Cine drama happened.
Okay, so this right here would have been perfect for a different video. There was like I said, a document against him that claimed that they were a minor and that he requested what's it called, a drawing of Jaden animations, yada yada yada, is what he's going off about. Well, here's the thing, that this would have been a great response to that document. However, would I have done it in this particular video? No, I would have not, because it does not make any sense to have that in particular. I would honestly just apologize for my reckless defense video upon Cinebear, but that's my matter-of-fact opinion, but I digress. Anyways, we're just gonna continue on. I am getting really tired of this.
2024. If I was a big, scary, intimidating YouTuber, then why did they continue talking to me? Why did they make the art just for a Discord role? And if they thought it was wrong, then why didn't they tell anyone about it before the drama around me happened? After they got slight pushback, once they put this document out in the public, they deleted their Twitter. So they kind of just nuked themselves and me for literally no gain. However, the document was out just long enough to do lasting damage to me. Even 𝐁𝐞𝐿 and Himpleton, along with their chat, thought this was a bit ridiculous. Keep in mind, I'm public enemy #1 right now, so my reputation...
Like I said, I genuinely don't think this part of the video should have been, well within this response video. I really think that this, would have been a better, defense video on him if he was, wanting that. But I mean, that's just my opinion. But him putting it in this response video is not, in my opinion, the best course of action, but I could also be wrong, and I mean, it's also my opinion, so whatever.
Is at an all-time low, which means the charitability people will give me is not very high. She got interviewed and admitted to being overdramatic. However, there's a reason why I'm calling her Kay instead of her Discord name, and that's because I don't want you to send her any hate. Now, I understand her name is already out there in other people's videos, but I personally don't want to send her any more hate for one specific reason, and that's because she acted completely differently in the interview than how she came across in her doc, which to me heavily implies that someone else wrote it for her, or at the very least, someone manipulated her into writing the document in the way she did. I can't believe that throughout my entire time on the internet, I've only requested 2 pieces of quote-unquote goon art, and one of them caused this much drama around me. Goddamn. Yeah, aside from these 2 images, there's no other piece of goon art that I have requested. I have one of them just to see if someone would make it just for a Discord role, and the other one was to fuck with Manga Common. The only evidence that exists that implies I knew her age at the time was from this screenshot. However, I'm dyslexic, so I only skimmed her message and replied with, "That's sweet of you, thank you," just so I could be polite. I was talking to a lot of people back then. I'm not gonna read that much text from someone I barely know. That's way too much work. Reading gives me a massive headache. As for her age...
Me too. But that's the only thing I'm gonna agree with you on. This video fucking sucks.
And birthday in her bio. Back then I didn't really check those, plus it doesn't show up on my laptop for some reason. It does, however, show up on my mobile device, but I use Discord on my laptop 99% of the time. If anyone knows why this is the case, please tell me in the comments down below. However, I still made a mistake here, because whether she was 7, 17, or 70, I should have 100% asked for her age beforehand. So for that reason, I have to apologize. Kay, I'm sorry for being an irresponsible server owner. You were 17, and it was my job to check your age beforehand. Now some people, like 𝐵𝑜𝑠𝐶𝑎𝑡O, have tried to increase this allegation all the way to a grooming allegation. No wonder why Just a Robot was so eager to defend Cindy. Skullface, pedos of a feather, flock together, IG. Where did they get the pedophilia from this? Jaden Animations is the same age as me. It's not like I was asking for sexy artwork of that anime VTuber Shark Girl or anything like that. I have to say, if you actually believe this is grooming, then I must be the worst groomer in the world. I make them draw one picture for me, then barely interact with them for 4 years.
I hated that. 32 minutes in, and I'm still losing my mind. I'm losing brain cells. Somebody's gonna have to manufacture me some fucking brain cells after this.
The next big allegation against me is kind of like the first one. I sent this image to someone who was apparently a minor at the time. I sent it because I honestly thought it was funny. Like, I think you guys can see the comedic nature of this image. Here's all my DMs.
That's gross. And why that's comedic? Why would... If that person was a minor, why would you even fucking send that? Why would you ever fucking do that? Like, you don't understand. Like, that's wrong. That's disturbing. You're gross. Ew. Like, no questions asked. You're still a degenerate, in my opinion. But yeah, that's my only opinion. Anyways, continuing on.
With this person, as you can see, we barely spoke, and they sent me some inappropriate stuff, like a video about Kronk judging the size of your dick. I acknowledged their age near the end of the chat because I just found out what their age was around this time. However, I did not check their age at the time, so to comedic autism, I am sorry for not double checking your age before sending you this image. Now, some people have accused me of having a fart fetish from this image, even though I think it's the only fart image I've ever sent, and I sent it because I thought it was funny, not because I thought it was hot. Some people have even said that the person in the box is me. I guess everybody forgot how to reverse Google image search. Not every bald guy is me. That's fucking dumb. I sent this image around the same time I requested the Jaden drawing, so it's clear to me that back then I wasn't very good at checking people's ages. But I have learned to do so, and as far as I'm aware, I haven't repeated this mistake. No one called me out for this back then, I just corrected it.
No, I'm just questioning you right now. Just like I'm questioning this stupid fucking video. Oh wait, yeah, no, I still think it's stupid.
On my own. I think there's only one more big allegation against me that I think I need to go over. And that's the stuff surrounding VidCon 2023. First of all, I'm a little shocked that they held on to this for over a year. Yeah, the ArtCC wasn't planning anything against me, nothing at all. Basically, just before VidCon started, I showed off my new thumbnail for my Spoctor video. Obviously, it had an EDP joke in it because, well, I love making jokes about EDP. Bro is the most exposed man on the internet. And Spoctor had the nudes of a 13-year-old on his flash drive, and EDP went to go meet up with a 13-year-old. So that was the thought process behind the joke. People in the ArtCC had an issue with this, and eventually I came to the conclusion that the problem was that people would come across this thumbnail and immediately assume I was comparing him directly to EDP, so I decided to change
You think?
it. Now granted, they don't seem to have the same problem with other clickbait titles and thumbnails about me, but I guess it's one of those rule for thee but not for me kind of things. But I still thought we were on friendly terms and we would meet up at VidCon. I sent this inappropriate joke to Mal, and she did not take very kindly to it. I should note that I was a bit high at the time. Weed is illegal in Texas, but in California it's very easy to get.
That was completely fucking random to add. I mean, yeah, that was completely random. What the fuck? Listen, my guy, like, you don't understand. Like, you don't. Like, hold on. Like, if I go back to seeing what that was, just real quick. Okay, so I don't know entirely of what that entails. I don't know. I have no idea. On the lines of Spoctor, by the way. But the implication of going to having drinks and then going to your hotel room, I mean, I'd feel uncomfortable by that, even if it was a joke. But that's also an opinion. On my behalf. The fact that you still press the "Did you see the last message?" You still pressed the question to Mally, and Mally still said no. I mean, in my given opinion, I mean, she already gave you a response. And then you still pushing to meet up with her is still pressuring her. I don't see what other, like, thing other than you're trying to pressure her into meeting up with you, like, at all. That's what I see. That's what I see. Maybe other people will see it differently. I don't know. But what I see is the fact that stands. You were pressuring her into, like, trying to, like, see you in specific. And that's not okay. That's not okay. God, I hate this. I hate this.
Very kindly to it. I should note that I was a bit high at the time. Weed is illegal in Texas, but in California it's very easy to get. But the bigger issue was me constantly...
Why are you fucking high while you're texting? I don't... What? Okay. I mean, if you were high, then don't fucking text. I don't... Or... If I'm incoherent, I'm not able to form sentences. I just say stuff that just sounds very incoherent, but I mean, that's just also me. No one asks for my opinion. No one asks for my opinion. I just live here. Continuing on. I'm still dying on the inside.
Pushing to meet up with her. Eventually I told her that I'll leave her be because I had no more plans to meet up with her because she didn't want to see me. Now I did later apologize for this, but unfortunately it came a little bit too late. Admittedly, I should have stopped after she said no the first time. I was walking around at VidCon doing stuff at different panels. Eventually I got hungry. I bought some ice cream, I sat down to eat it, and then I heard Ponder's voice and looked to my left, seeing that she was sitting right next to me. So I shook her hand, revealed who I was, she exclaimed, "Oh my god," and I walked away. I thought it was funny. Ponder described this interaction as a lot more creepy than it really was, adding things like me squeezing her hand and other stuff like that. Or that I was laughing maniacally as I walked away. I did laugh, but it wasn't until I was inside. She talked about this interaction literally a year later, and drew me as a sexy elf boy for some reason. She kept me anonymous, of course. A bit odd that my anonymity was important until I was getting bashed. I'm confused as to what the allegation is here. It's just a handshake. I didn't put my arm around her and say the N-word. Ponder has drawn my avatar in very compromising positions a handful of times without my request or consent. I want to make this clear, I don't really care how she drew my avatar. If the genders were reversed, what I did would have been seen as no big deal, but what she did would have been seen as a huge deal. The problem with this allegation is I don't know what people are accusing me of. It was just a handshake. People have claimed I cheated on my girlfriend by doing this, even though we got together after this interaction occurred, and I think a handshake is one of the most unromantic things you can do with a person. I don't think this is sexual assault, it's just...
I don't think you quite understand, and why I'm... do that, because I'm getting tired of this video. It's the implication. That's the problem. It's the implications, and also it's the behavior behind it. From what I know from that whole segment of Ponder's video is just the fact that it just was uncomfortable. That's it. It just sounds uncomfortable to me. I'm about to end this video sooner than later because this is getting on my nerves.
That claim. I sat next to Ponder by complete accident. I wasn't going to pass up on that opportunity. Then there was another allegation about me hunting them down at VidCon 2024. From the video evidence I have seen, the video footage just shows them running or hiding from someone who is allegedly me, but they don't show me in any of their video footage. There's not one single shred of evidence that I was looking for them. Sure, I was keeping an eye out for Ponder. If I saw her, I was just gonna say, "Hey, did you see Akumu's new video on you?" and then walk away. That was about it. If there was video evidence of me running up the escalator to catch them, or chasing them around at panels, that would for sure make me look very creepy. But just for the sake of argument, let's take their word on it. Let's say I was hunting them down at VidCon and chasing after them. Then what was I gonna do when I caught them? Shake their hand again? Sorry, but I'm gonna keep going to VidCon. I'm not looking for you guys, and I hope you guys aren't looking for me. We can both enjoy it separately. As much as they say that I'm paranoid, I think they're really the paranoid ones. I just wanted to meet up with them at VidCon, and all of this happened.
Okay, that's argumentative. But Jesus. No words about that. I want to end this. I may just end up skipping this part. Am I gonna skip this part? Maybe. I don't know.
Goddamn. I think this became less important as my drama started, but I might as well nip this in the butt right now. I was letting the YouTuber 𝐬𝐝 aka 𝐾𝐨𝐿 upload videos on my channel. He left YouTube due to threatening people he doesn't like on alt accounts and then lying about it, and then repeating the same process a few more times. I decided to give him one more chance. His fans missed his content, and I'm not gonna lie, it made me some money. Unfortunately, by doing this, it meant I had to deal with some of 𝐬𝐝's haters myself, and they're, an interesting group.
Listen well. I'm gonna make you wish that you'd stayed gone.
What the fuck? I hate this. I'm skipping this part. This is an assault to my fucking ears.
Community tab, give it a shout out in my response video, and advertise it in my Discord. I agreed to this, so I took his videos down, which is why suddenly a bunch of my content disappeared. I wasn't trying to hide anything, nor was I trying to say, oh look, 𝐬𝐝's videos are no longer on my channel, you guys can like me now. I literally just took them down because he asked me to. He made those videos, so I thought he had the final say on the matter, and I was gonna boost his new channel,
I'm skipping
but
this
I
entire
decided
segment
not
altogether.
to because he was calling me a pedo apologist on his new channel. Yeah.
We're gonna skip to this part.
At first, people said it was not only okay, but a good thing that 𝐾𝐨 leaked an early draft of my video before it was ready. They claimed he only did it to keep me from uploading my video, which isn't the best strategy in my opinion. It's kind of like stopping your friend from shooting a guy in the face by taking the gun and shooting the guy in the face yourself. And also, I don't think what 𝐾𝐨 did has ever worked, like, ever. But people seem to start walking back on this claim once they realized that 𝐾𝐨 wasn't all there.
None of you know what the fuck you're even talking about! You keep twisting the context! And people wonder why I get upset, people wonder why I get loud, and people wonder why I fucking scream. I'm gonna start flashing.
𝐾𝐨 was trying to sabotage me because he doesn't like me.
But the parts that were problematic were specifically things that I would care about, and I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that because I was so focused on the guy I already didn't like. And the guy that I was already concerned was going to, try and do shit to you. Do you understand, Cindy, that you are in, the perfect position for him to take advantage of you?
It all started when I had to deal with the very poorly photoshopped allegations of grooming a 13-year-old girl. He seemed to believe they were real more than anyone else I talked to about them, and it took me a few minutes to convince him that they were clearly poorly photoshopped. You see, once 𝐾𝐨 is a little suspicious that you might be a pedo or a groomer, he's gonna hold on to that opinion forever. By the way, a lot of people have been commenting underneath
I wonder why.
My grooming a 13-year-old allegations video that it aged poorly or that 𝐘𝐨55T was in the right. I just gotta say that's absolutely disgusting. This is stupidly one of the main reasons as to why I thought he was onto something when it came to the 𝐶𝑖NY 3 drama. I thought to myself, if this guy has such a low bar to call someone a pedo or a groomer, but he doesn't think this person's a groomer, then he's probably right. Basically, I thought maybe I should listen to the least charitable guy being charitable for once. I thought people just weren't listening to him because, well, pretty much everybody hated him. Unfortunately, I forgot who I was getting myself involved with. 𝐾𝐨, unprompted mind you, leaked his own DMs with 𝐶iNY, and they looked even worse than mine. I don't know what he was thinking, he kind of just nuked us both. Then people found out more stuff about 𝐾𝐨, such as the leg cutting incident. Then he tried to accuse me of trying to meet up with 𝐶iNY and rape her. No, he had no evidence for this. He said something to 𝐶iNY to convince her that I was a rapist, but it's bleeped out. Apparently he has evidence that I'm a rapist, but he's not releasing it to the public for whatever reason. I can't fully blame him for doing this. I mean, he convinced people that leaking out my video was a good thing, and he convinced people that I was hitting on 𝐶iNY. The thing is, though, people would believe those things at face value.
Well, I mean, the videos that you've made in defense of her doesn't make you look good. Nor does all of the fucking interviews you did in support of 𝐶𝐞, just FYI. But I digress.
Value because they're funny, but rape allegations are very serious, so people were a lot more skeptical. He was bashed for this.
True. Okay, so I will take this in note. Accusing somebody or going as far as to accuse someone of, like, gonna do the R word to somebody else, that is a huge deal. You don't ever want to fucking do that. That is very crude, and that is also very offensive to people. That's not okay. I will say that. It's just wrong. Just wrong.
And then I think he tried to copyright claim someone's video for using his traced art in their thumbnail. Apparently uploading my entire video before it's fully ready is a-okay, but don't you dare put Kumo's traced art in your thumbnail, because that's a step too far. After that, he couldn't handle the backlash and left the internet. Goblin Girl was all alone and eventually she gave up too. By the way, it took Kumo less than 2 weeks after my drama began to give up. Yes, him and Goblin Girl didn't even gain anything from sabotaging me. Goddamn. Kumo's a very young adult and he's clearly dealing with a lot of demons. I hope he gets the help he needs. Dude's younger than 𝐶𝐞. He has his whole life ahead of him. I think he still has the potential to change. There are some smaller allegations against me, like how my roommate isn't actually black, or that me and my roommate jack each other off, or that I make videos on a combination of cocaine, Adderall, and magic mushrooms. Every other—
This is fucking weird. This is a fucking weird part, man. I'm tired of this video. Do I even want to hear the ending thoughts, or do I just want to give my ending thoughts? We're just gonna do that. We're gonna give my ending thoughts. Okay, so this entire response video is fucking stupid. I just wasted a whole fucking, like, hour going through this video, sitting and listening to his fucking stupid voice for this. I just want you to know, I just tortured myself for this. Thank you, guys. Anyways, my takeaway from all of this is the fact that there's a lack of a huge amount of accountability. Like, you wanna talk to me about allegations, like all the VidCon allegations, all of, like, your mistakes, all of this and that. Why couldn't you just start out with your video with taking the accountability of, I fucked up my defense video for 𝐶𝐞. I apologize. That defense video was atrocious. I should have never made that defense video without looking over all the fucking evidence. That would have been a better response than anything else. This, however, is the most stupid response and just wasted my time. Actually, I'm pretty mad that I've been sitting here and listening to this while gaming. Like I was supposed to be enjoying my video game while doing this. Nah, I just now hate myself even more for doing this. Like, this wasted my time. Like, this doesn't do anything for me. But that's my ending thoughts. Maybe you guys have different thoughts on it. Make sure to comment down below on what you think about all of this. This drama, this entire thing right here does not make sense. And like I said, if you want to be informed about the entire Sunny Bear 03 drama and Just a Robots drama, make sure to look in the description down below. I will be linking YouTube videos that I recommend watching for full context of what's going on, because I really can't give any better context myself. I highly recommend the YouTubers that I watched about this entire situation down in the description below. Also, hey guys, I also have a Discord server. Yes, me, I have a Discord server. It is called the Gaming Center, and it is mainly a gaming server. Nothing too, big and wild. I am not gonna be really doing a whole lot of YouTube updating stuff. If you guys want to stay up to date, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure to have the notifications on. And hey, maybe you should click that like button. Maybe send this video out to, who knows, maybe you just want to send this to somebody that needs a laugh and just want to hear me rage out on dumb shit while playing a game called Shrimp Game on Roblox. I highly recommend this game if you happen to really like Squid Games. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in a gaming video. And if you guys have any suggestions on video games or even drama related stuff, content that I should look at, make sure to say it in, you know, the comment section below, maybe. And hopefully I will see you guys next time. Stay safe, everybody, and make sure to have a smile on your face every day. It brightens up your day. Thank you, guys.